Hey, Bobby. You almost hit me here. I hit the go live button and you beeped in. Oh
Yep.
man. All right. So how was your Thanksgiving yesterday? Hopefully you had some good family time.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Yeah. Probably not really anything different than any other day, right? Just another
Yeah,
day. Another day,
yeah,
and the banks are
just like
closed, the post office is closed, and maybe your grocery store is closed.
I haven't
So,
even checked about Walmart on Thursday, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. There were
oh,
some
I don't.
stores that closed out.
Yeah, I don't know if they were open unless it was like for late, uh, for the early Black Friday crowd, at midnight or whatever.
Yeah,
So,
they always say once the doors are open, it's on. Like don't get me
yeah,
wrong. I didn't even go to a store today.
I didn't either. I went to the bar and got my cheeseburger, and I came back home.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Let's
and we
see.
talked about we talked about the fact that this is the first year in history of the state that we have not had snow in November. Any measurable snow, I guess, is what they mean. So,
Yeah, what's up with that?
and global warming. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Fact checkers,
Yeah.
don't get upset. I'm kidding. I don't know why that is. But that's what the news had noted, and other people were talking about it as well. And I thought it was rather interesting because normally we have snow by now. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
I got it on my Facebook history. You can go back and look, and you can see where I have 3 feet of snow on the ground in the middle of November already. But this year we don't have any. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's
So,
weird.
but
Wonder
I'm not
how Canada's
complaining.
feeling right now.
I don't know, but I'm not really complaining about no snow. I'm liking it.
Wow.
So that's all right. Just hit the mic.
Yeah.
Not used to this setup yet. I gotta get used to the setup. I
Yeah.
gotta get a better setup than this. I'll get one. I'll get it figured out eventually.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So who else
What's
is
up?
here? You're
And
here.
what's up, Julie?
Oh, hey, Julie. How you doing? Do you want to help us out tonight, Julie, or you just gonna be in watching?
Yeah. Yeah. Let me do something real quick for the guild.
Yeah, it's regular night tonight. Last night was a special treat. So,
Yep.
any dreams to report, Bobby? You got anything you want to elaborate on?
Uh. Yeah. Yeah. I think Julie's gonna watch tonight, so I'm not gonna give her the link.
You didn't have any dreams last night?
No.
Okay, or none that you can remember, worth remembering.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's same with me. I didn't have much of what I could expound on because, well, I don't know. I don't usually remember very much of any of my dreams. That's why I was kind of surprised to even remember that one that I talked about, and it's just kind of weird. So, and who else? Someone else is here watching somewhere. Who
No, we did not go shopping today. We
I
didn't
d-
even
yeah,
we didn't
I
even
did not.
bother going to a store today.
Yeah, and I did not go to any store today either. I just said, oh, I never usually do anyway on so-called Black Friday. Uh, Mainly because of the simple fact that it's a crazy time. It's a madhouse, and literally, parking and dealing with
Yeah.
everybody's attitude and
Reminds me of a video I actually saw about United States Black Friday versus the United Kingdom Black Friday.
yeah, I didn't shop online today. No, I shopped earlier. I did get some the sale deals that they had that I got a couple of things, but not really anything in particular for the Black Friday, although it was a Black Friday sale, I guess. They started it like Monday. So I did do that. Now you gotta watch your debit card and credit card listings. So if you get a notice in the mail or whatever, or you get a statement on your card, PayPal, for instance, I got 2 charges on my PayPal account. That I was trying to renew my Peacock, the streaming platform. Uh, yeah, and apparently that was a bad link that I was trying to get that done. As I thought I was signing up to get my extension, like free 3 months that they had for the deal. Put in my information for the payment for after, you got to do that for after the trial, right? You put in your information. And then all of a sudden I'm getting charged $29 from this one place and $19 from another place that I don't know what they're talking about, right? So immediately I called PayPal and I said, wait a minute. I didn't order this. I was trying to uh, get an extended trial on streaming services, and then all of a sudden those random charges come through my PayPal account, and they canceled them out right away, immediately. So apparently somebody hacked into that where they can get your information and charge your card, and if you're not watching, they got you. And
Yeah.
I had done that one time where I had got onto the order site for something, and it was a scam. It was some kind of bonus thing where you gotta pay so much a month for the bonus things that you can get a discount on. And it was like, I don't want to be in that club, because then you're paying a regular, what, $30 a month or more on a stupid thing that you don't even use. So, um,
Don't try getting a loot box then.
but yeah, so I'm just saying, watch out for your statements. Make sure you know where every penny is going, because that's actually going to get worse in the next few months. Within the next 6 months, it's going to be totally crazy. People are going to be getting hacked, and financial outlets are going to be having issues. And I don't care if anyone agrees with me or not, but just watch and see if I'm not saying the truth.
Yeah.
And I hope it doesn't happen to anyone we know. But I already predicted the technical issues, right, Bobby? Back in May
Yeah.
when I said it seriously and I said there's going to be more of it. How many people have had different kinds of technical issues, even the smallest ones? A sound not working right, a microphone not working right. That's why I got a new microphone. Matter of fact.
Hmm.
And then something else not doing right. Connection problems, buffering, whatever. Always going to have some kind of technical issue, which is going to stick out in your mind when you think back on what I was warning everybody about. And just like how in the current war situation that we have, not Ukraine, but the other one, they shut out communication completely, Bobby. You haven't heard hardly one thing except they made a deal with the hostages, right? And then come to find out, they didn't make any deals for American hostages, from what they said on the news. Okay? So here, the Americans, us, were fighting so much to have their freedom, and they're not going to release any Americans, from what they said. Okay? And you can look at that if you want, fact checkers.
Yeah.
And so, the point of the matter is this, that they're blocking out their communication. And then whatever we're getting is what the news is going to want us to hear. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's always what the news wants us to hear, not what's really going on. That's why the communication is blocked out over there. It's easy as flipping a switch to turn it off. Okay? And we just think it's a
Yeah.
connection issue. And what it is Big Brother turning off the power to the connection. Okay? So
Yeah.
that will happen more, and it'll be more frequent. And they'll say, "Oh, it's just upgrades to the system," or they'll have some kind of excuse of why it's happening. Hey, Venus, how you doing?
Yeah. What's up, Venus? I gotta do one day real quick. Be right back.
All right, Venus, are you working or are you off now? You should be off now. It's a holiday, right? Uh-oh. Bobby's got the good stuff. Okay, you're off for holiday. You wanna come on and maybe do a couple of readings for people? Instead of having me do all the readings all the time. I don't mind it, but we can have a different we can have a different reading technique.
Yeah.
You don't get any extra pay if you come on. You get points, though. You get some points.
Yeah.
Bobby, I found a wheel picker. Like for a thing that you spin, and
Yeah.
you can have a certain number of slots on the wheel. So I got these pendants that I've bought, or they're actually gemstone pendants.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. Venus, I tell you what. If you do your readings tonight, I'll give you. Remember the Tootsie Pops, the lollipops that were Tootsie Pop? They used to come in a big bag, right? They would last you like the rest of the year. I'll give you the whole big bag that had all the different flavors of the Tootsie Pops. But what I wanted to find out is what is the rules on having a contest on YouTube on the StreamYard functionality? So, for
I
instance, like on this wheel thing, what I wanted to do was somebody can be a guest with me. They can see what I'm doing, and they can spin the wheel, and it would land. Okay, I got 16 pendants that are gemstone pendants. All right, and I'm gonna put a silver chain with it, which is not cheap. It's real silver. All right, so it's probably a $2 chain by itself. You know, I got to put the connections on the chain and all that stuff. But with the pendant itself, I think the 16 uh, gemstone pendants were like, I don't know, $18. For all 16 of them, and they're real gemstones, they're not glass. But what I could do is like have 16 slots on wheel, and if you win a spin, or if you spin it for fun anyway, and you whatever number it lands on, that's the gemstone you get. We got to put it in an order though, which gemstone is which, 1 through 16, and then we can figure out which one is. You know what I mean? And then with that, somehow we do a question thing where you have to answer the right question, or I don't know if we can do anything for money, like for donations, like $1 per spin, something like that. I don't know if that's possible to do legally. And then Facebook has a problem with some of that stuff too. So we might be able to get away with it in our other chat. That might be something we could try. But if you look up on in your PowerPoint, if you have PowerPoint, Bobby, do
I
a search.
got Microsoft 365.
That has PowerPoint.
Yeah.
Okay. If you go into the PowerPoint app and then you look on the search bar, you type in wheel picker. Okay. And it'll come up with different variations of what I'm talking about. You can make a slide with that, a PowerPoint presentation with the live wheel, but I don't know how to get it to the live show and do it without any complications. Because I thought I remembered one time we were trying, Ed was trying to do giveaway stuff and they got in trouble for doing that. I don't know why. I haven't figured that out. I guess you have to say something about what you're doing with the giveaway, I don't know. Ed had a pretty cool thing he'd do. He'd do horse racing, and everybody would. You put so much money into the pot, and you get, 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever horses, and then one person would win, and they'd win either like a ticket to an event or whatever. He's a prospector, so he'd have an event that we'd go to, and if you want a ticket to that, you get to go to it, for free. Of course, you had to get there, but you got the free entrance to the event, though. But I don't know how to do that for giving away the gemstone pendants with the silver chain, which I'm still trying to learn how to make the connections on the end. I almost had it last night, and then the light went out, and I couldn't see anything. And today I just said, forget it. I ain't gonna deal with it. I don't have the patience. But I have a good intentions on making this work. But yeah. So if you have any ideas for that, and if you see what I'm talking about on the PowerPoint thing, you know what I mean. Then you can put anything in there on the text part of the board. You can put winner, or you can put whatever. I just was thinking 16 slots because I got 16 pendants that I could give away, and I don't know. I thought it'd be kind of nice to try, especially with Christmas time coming up. It'd be fun. So, what do you think? Anybody? Anybody got any ideas?
Yeah.
Kevin Hale is watching over on Facebook. Hey, I bet Kevin would like reading from Venus. That would be fun. Send Venus a link, please.
I just did.
Okay, and then she can.
So Venus, check your Skype.
And she can jump on when she gets her hair fixed and everything, gets her drink poured, and we'll be good to go. So I know I asked some of these questions last night. Did everyone have a lot of turkey last night?
Oh, I think I'm still overloaded.
Yeah. I had enough room for my cheeseburger today, so I did good. But I only had one plate for my meal, so I didn't have like 2 or 3 plates.
Yeah. How much are those cheeseburgers at that bar every Friday?
What now?
Those, 'Those, 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 '
It's under $10, $9.50.
Oh, okay.
That's with the potato wedges, and which is home fries, I guess you can call it.
Yeah.
And I get two little, two little dipping cups of ranch dressing, and then the about a quarter pound of beef. I mean, a real quarter pound of beef, not what McDonald's calls a quarter pound of beef. A real quarter pound of beef, probably a quarter-inch thick, and big burger. So it's worth the 2-minute drive over there. So I'd walk there, but then as cold as it is, it would freeze by the time I got home. And today we started out at 6 degrees this morning. Already 20. It's 20 now. I got kind of cold last night. I had to turn the heat up to 80 just to get it warm in here. Then I had to turn it down because it got too warm. And turn it back down. But it was rather chilly when I had it hanging around 70. But Kevin Hale, what are you doing? Kevin must be busy with his family, I'm guessing. But hey, Kevin, how about them Iowa Buckeyes? Is that right? They beat Nebraska again. I was looking at the record of how many times they beat Nebraska by a score. You know, and Iowa was like near me, like right next to me. So I guess that would be my, aside from the Minnesota Gophers, Iowa would be the home team basically. But hey, I did get a book from Ron Iacovetti on Tuesday. I forgot to show it yesterday. See, I met the guy that did the forward on that, John Zappas. I met him at Gettysburg. And of course, I met Ron Iacovetti. But there's some pictures in here, so it's not all reading. There's some pictures I can look at. That's pretty cool, huh? Always gotta love the pictures.
Did you get them for free or did you pay for them?
I paid for it.
Uh,
Well, what I
got
had,
like,
well, I had to pay for Marks too.
yeah.
Yeah, I had to pay for Marks and then wait till I seen him at Pine Bush and to have him autograph it. And this one here, I had.
Venus is actually going to be in the street. What's up,
Oh
Venus?
my gosh, Venus, you are looking great, man. And so anyway, this one here, what I do with Ron, yeah, committee is I order it or I send him the money for the cost of the book and the shipping, and then it's either he has it on hand or he sends it to his house, and then he autographs it for me and sends it to my place. So a little bit extra shipping, but I'll be glad to pay for it if he wants it. If he needs a little extra shipping. So how do we do that wheel thing? Anybody got any ideas?
I
Venus?
would have no
Venus
idea.
is sleeping, maybe. Maybe she just hit the wrong button when she put her head down. That's it.
I don't know.
That's when we start talking. People don't answer right away. They put their head down on the keyboard and they went to sleep.
Yeah, the same should be said whenever you were playing an online game, and then like when you start the match, they just haul ass.
Yeah.
That's why they
Hey
put
guys, I'm
penalties.
having trying to earbud, but it's not connecting on speakerphone, which is annoying, but it's okay. It's workable.
Hey, Venus, you're cutting out a little bit.
Yeah. She mentioned about the earbuds. Yeah, she mentioned about the earbuds.
Oh, they're not working?
Yeah.
Or they need to be charged?
Okay, I think I'll fix it.
I got a hammer. Will they take the hammer?
Yes, hammer it.
I did that with my Bluetooth connection thing that didn't want to connect correctly with my pile audio board, and I used my
Yeah, that's
little.
what it is. For some reason, they switched it up. You have to go in manually and opt for it now. Thank
Oh,
you,
okay.
StreamYard or YouTube, whichever one.
Oh, yeah, okay. Probably StreamYard. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You have to set up the right one for. I had to do the same for the Yeti, Blue Yeti here, so I can use my headphones, which are different, but they run through the Bluetooth, the Blue Yeti. So, and that's connected to the USB port on the side over here. So, but it sounds a lot better than the headphone microphone, don't it?
Mhm.
I think
Oh
it
yeah.
does.
Yeah.
So, not as twangy. Uh,
Yeah.
the Bluetooth headphones that I have, they work pretty good. They sound good, but those are you always got to charge up all the damn time. So,
That's true.
but yeah, this is just a USB connection on this microphone. I'm used to the XLR connections, but you don't have that on the computer. So, and I don't think any of my XLR mics sound like this one either.
Is
So,
that is all these Yetis are supposed to be with USB, or you gotta put it on some type of amp or something?
yeah, this one is USB, and it had the standard USB end on it, so I had an adapter with that already, so I didn't have to buy another adapter. I had like three of these adapters, and I finally found one. I was gonna order one, and I thought, no, wait, I know I got one somewhere, and I knew where it was, and I got it. So saved me about $20 on that, and it worked.
Yeah.
So Venus, you got my Christmas list all figured out. You know what I want.
Oh yeah, I always know what you want, Ron.
Hey, Kevin is over there on
Bobby,
Facebook.
Bobby's a little trickier to pick out for though. Bobby, what do you want for
Yeah.
Christmas?
What I want for Christmas?
Hmm.
Well, I could go for some like a gift card, like a Steam gift card, or like some Game Pass gift cards, or just like a regular Visa or Mastercard gift card. So, I mean, I really don't need anything much for Christmas. Or what you can do is give me a radio that has shortwave.
Ah, but now
Nice.
on a gift
Not
card though,
sure how
Bobby,
to.
he, he wants to get a shortwave radio. Yeah. So and they're a little expensive on the low end. They're expensive. You get a good one. So trust me, I looked into it. It's something I'm going to plan though. Hopefully the place doesn't burn down before I get it. Not my place, but in the whole world.
Oh,
I
goodness.
want to be that guy. I want to be that guy in the end scene where he's sitting there trying to get the thing to work. And then the other person standing behind him says, "You don't know who you're talking to. Could be anybody." Remember that scene in one of the shows? I can't remember. Uh, but yeah, so you get
Was it like one
get
of those
that.
end of the world movies?
Yeah, yeah. and you're trying to call out to see if anybody's there, but then the bad guy has the radio too, and he's getting all of your location, and he's gonna come and get you.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, check. Oh yeah, check the link.
What is that for?
The one from Facebook did not send, but the YouTube one. But I'm also gonna put it on your Skypes.
Okay. All right. So, and does is Kevin watching? Is he listening to us? Kevin want to
Yeah,
read? Kevin that doesn't always get a reading, but I know that he does like them. I think I did one for him. I think maybe, but he didn't say anything yet. And I'm not watching Facebook. I'm not going to bounce back and forth and watch all the chat areas that we have. I'd be all night trying to keep up.
yeah. And BS and Rod, check your Skypes. And this is probably the type of radio I may want.
But now, Bobby, I was going to ask you. Oh yeah, that's nice. That doesn't require a license, does it?
No,
That's just to listen,
that's
correct?
just to listen. That's just to listen.
That's a nice
Pretty
one.
cool
Yeah,
stuff.
that's not too expensive.
Oh yeah.
Okay. But now, if you're going to do a gift card, though, say like one of those, they got them debit card, gift cards you can get, you know?
Yeah, but
For,
I could also go for like a Steam card or one of those Xbox Game Pass gift cards.
oh, okay. But if you're going to do a gift card, like a debit card, gift card, what would be your limit? And don't say a whole lot of money. Just say, reasonable limit
You
that you
can
would say would be a good,
just any dollar amount would be great.
okay. Because,
Besides,
sometimes,
you can even give me some money on the PayPal
yeah.
if you know how to do it and use
Yep,
all my
there's ways to
information.
do that. Yeah, there's ways to do it. So I think I sent you some funding that way, either through Facebook Pay or PayPal. I can't remember when
Yeah,
we did that.
I know. Venus did it once.
Yeah, yeah. No, is the season for giving and receiving. So I give up my time here every day and every week, and not that I'm complaining. I do it because I love to do it.
Yeah,
And if I have one listener, as I always said in the beginning of the Mixler radio side, I said it in the beginning and I'll say it again. If I have one person listening, then I've done my job. Okay? Even if
yeah,
they're coming back to listen to it on the archive show, say, oh, I like that, whatever. And maybe they
yeah.
can't get to the live
You're
show.
coming in now. Venus, you're coming in really good. You're coming in real good.
Okay, so now I can't hear you yet.
How about now?
Now I hear you.
Hmm.
Okay, yeah, so that's not a bad little radio, though.
Oh yeah, the Texan PL 310 ET.
So then, can you hook the audio up to your computer and play the audio through the computer?
No, no,
Oh,
you
okay.
won't be able to.
I guess Venus will come back.
Yeah,
Hopefully, she'll come back and have it figured out. See, now they offered me a permanent price break on the StreamYard, the level that I'm at, on the plan that I'm at. No, you didn't sound very robotic. It was just maybe delayed or breaking up a little bit, but not this last time. I heard you, except for when you said, "If y'all hear me." I didn't hear that part, but I heard it after that when you.
The earbuds that I have last Christmas, um, they do sound watery whenever you do use them, to the point that you won't be able to understand me. I had to take them out.
Oh no.
I mean, it still works for everything else, but when it comes to trying to talk with anybody, it's a bit difficult.
See now the earbuds that I have with the clip that goes around the ear, they have each earbud has a microphone, so it's stereo on both ways. You know what I mean? And it's connected as a stereo Bluetooth unit. But there's a delay, even so, with that, there's a delay, and it's irritating because you're saying something, then you're hearing it probably faster than.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Try whenever possible to get that box at the ready so you can turn in that old one. And
And then like I could be watching a live video here on StreamYard, and it's like when you're watching the YouTube side, it's a delay, just a slight delay, even on this same system, right?
mhm,
And so, but then when you got the Bluetooth headset, you're talking like I am now, real time. You're hearing it real time, and
mhm,
then but on the Bluetooth, it's a delayed reaction.
yeah,
Like you got to say something and wait for it, and then
mhm. Oh, you just muted. Uh oh.
yeah, no, I had to cough.
I had a cough.
Yeah, I try to not show that. All these
When
cords.
you're a streamer, it gets to be super, super difficult. But however, I watched one of those ASMR streams on Twitch, and she tried to mute the mic, but the cough came before she was able to turn it off to mute
Oh
them.
no.
And it's like, okay, I think we're up right. I think we're good right now. Like she just just cough like there's no tomorrow, and it's like, okay, I think we're up. See, sometimes when you get into ASMR or even a sound map stream, mistakes can happen whenever you're trying to do it live. So like you get like a little accidental hit with one of the bows or something like that. And it's like, or you just slap the microphone, and the next thing you know, it's like, okay, I'm up. Where's the coffee?
Yeah, Venus, you need to switch over that new box and get it working.
Yeah,
All right, be right back. Okay, we'll wait for you. We'll be here for a little bit. So,
yeah. Go ahead.
now what I mentioned about dreams, so right, what I try to indicate to people and try to understand what dreams are. Dreams are primarily a memory. Okay. Now, in our case here on this timeline, I'd say they're a memory of what we've experienced, whether it be watching a video, whether it be playing a game, whether it be anything that we see in the daytime that we're walking around and we're awake, and then we go to sleep and we dream about it. It's memory. Okay? Now, in our dream, though, it may have some variations to what we think it should come out of the dream. All right? But now, like, we're both into watching movies and you're into playing games a lot. You should have some dreams of those games. Okay? You might not remember them, of course, but I'm just saying in general, you're going to have dreams of your activities that you're doing. Okay? So, it's like I said, dreams are memories. Okay, now, the only other option is that dreams are a message from another source. So they're implanted messages. And then we turn it into a video type message. Okay? That make any sense?
Yeah.
So I like when let's go back and look at the was it in the Old Testament, was it Joshua that wrestled with God and he wound up with a sore hip? Remember that story in the Old Testament? Joshua or
I,
Jacob? Joshua or Jacob? That's what I want to know. I need to look that
I
one up.
forgot.
But
I forgot.
anyway, um, he talked with God, and okay, but he thought he
Yeah.
was dreaming all the time, and then he woke up with a bad hip in the morning, and it was lasted his whole life. Um, let's see if we can find that out. Look that up. Google it.
Yeah.
Okay, which prophet wrestled? I get the stories mixed up, but I had this one right. Jacob.
Uh,
Okay, and let's see what.
I never knew he woke up injured.
It was Genesis 32:22 to 32. That's the it says the NIV version. I like to read the Old King James and the Old Testament. But
Yeah. I got an app on my phone that gives you King James.
I can't remember what he was arguing with God about, what he was wrestling, why he was having trouble with what God was telling him. There's something that he didn't agree with or whatever. But obviously, it was something to protect Jacob, and God had to show him that on a permanent level, which meant that he wound up with a hip problem afterwards.
Now, Genesis what?
22. Oh, wait, no, Genesis 32. I just looked it up. I just closed it out. Darn it, Bobby. Let me look it up again. History. There we go, right there. Okay, hold on. Genesis 32, 22 to 32.
22. All right. Yeah.
And you don't have to be any other faith to read this or believe what it says. Just, take note of what it says. That God was sending Jacob a message in his sleep. God was, okay? Or in some translations, an angel. But most theologians equate this meeting with God, okay? And I don't know if Jacob's seen much of what God looked like, because obviously if you look on God, then you're dead, If you see his face, you're dead, okay? That's what the rule is anyway. So anyone that says that he's seen God, then you're not, he didn't see the God that talks about it in the Bible, okay? Moses was the one that was probably the closest one that had any any meeting with God on the mountain. Now, I still don't understand how that took so darn long, and he only came down with, well, in the Mel Brooks show, it was 15 commandments and 3 tablets. But in the real life story, apparently in a historical life story, says that he came down with 2 tablets. Actually, he did that 2 times. Remember?
Yeah.
And he came down and they were worshiping the idols, and then he threw the tablets on the ground, and then he had to go back and talk to God again and get more tablets. Imagine, I don't know how many years or what he spent, how long he spent. Remember, he, in the story of Moses going up the mountain, he didn't have a beard when he went up, or not a long beard. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
When he came back with the tablets, though, he had a full beard and he was gone a while. Obviously, he was gone long enough for them to make an idol to worship out of brass. Okay? So how long was he gone the first time, Bobby? Then he went up a second time after that. Okay? And you don't have to agree with me or you don't have to believe it, whatever, but you can read it if you want to read it.
Yeah.
And so the point is there are some things we don't understand in the Bible. Like, for instance, the idea of death and then you wait for the judgment. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right? So you die and then you're going to be sleeping until so everyone that died is waiting in their holding place to be in the judgment day to decide where they're going to go. Now then, if that's the case, then why are we communicating with so many human spirits that we can, at least we think they're human spirits, okay, when we're doing the spirit research? I'm not saying that's not real. I'm not saying that.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm asking is, who are we talking to? Of course, that's a big question. We don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
So either we got the understanding of what the Bible says about you die once and then the judgment, okay, or we're missing that. I just don't think we understand it completely, and we're not going to be able to until that time comes. You know, when it happens to us, and we think, oh, now I understand what that says. You know, whether we'll still have it right or not, I don't know. But that's some good questions there, Bobby. How do you answer them? And you're going to answer them according to how you believe, and that's fine. I want you to, according to how you think and what you believe. I want you to talk about that. Nobody has the all-in knowledge to understand every single thing that we learn about in the Bible or in religion. Okay, so it's all up for adjusting and readjusting and getting it to where we can understand it on our own level. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we have 3 people in chat. That were Julie, Venus, and who?
You know what Venus would say is the ice cream man.
Oh boy. Well, so we made it past Thanksgiving on 2023. That's pretty amazing.
Yep, and now we're gonna be fighting through Christmas.
Yeah, let's get through Christmas, and we got January. Don't forget, folks, my birthday in January. So,
Oh yeah.
The hardest part about having a birthday in January is you just get done with Christmas. You know, it's like, well, we already got him a Christmas gift. We don't want to give him a birthday gift.
Yeah.
I can't help that they're so close.
Who you want? Who you? If you were up to see them again, who you like to give? Who would be the nice lucky woman to give you a kiss in New Year's? Either between Venus and Amanda.
Oh boy, talk about
Oh,
putting me on the spot.
yeah.
Well,
But it also could be Maria.
oh, Maria. Well, Maria would kick my ass. I wouldn't get it close.
Oh shoot. I think for
Amanda's
the
in
show, I
Amanda's
really,
in Canada, so I guess I would leave Venus. Venus or Julie. Julie's here, you know. So, but now, I think Venus would be closer than Julie, though. I don't know, hour wise for me driving. I think Georgia would be easier to get to than California. Yeah.
yeah,
No, I'm not going to drive anywhere. It's too long. By the time I drive there and I have to drive back, I'll be getting back in the wintertime now. We will have snow soon.
yeah,
And when we do, it's going to be here for good.
yeah,
But no, well, I get along with anyone that we have that visits with us and chat and hangs out with us. And
yeah.
um,
Now, why would you choose Venus to kiss you? Would she be also be kissing me as well?
you might have to ask her that. You're closer.
Well, yeah.
Uh, yeah, that's a good question. But I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm watching these cases with murder. I don't get these people, man. They're
Yeah,
young people. They're young people, and they're committing murder, and and
and
they're
probably getting away from it.
yeah. Well, like you see some of the ones with the first 48 and stuff, you know, and they're young people under 25, you know, and they get sent away for life without the possibility of parole, and that's such a waste. And I always find it kind of comical, though. They'll be in the interrogation room getting interviewed about why they did it. Never got all the evidence they need to put them away. And then you sit there and start to cry like that's going to help. And the first thing I always ask Bobby is, why didn't you cry like that before you committed the crime? You know, if you would have cried like that before you committed the crime, you wouldn't be in the interrogation room. Right? Remember that, people. Cry before you get in that interrogation room. Cry before you commit the crime, and then there won't be no crime to cry about.
Yeah,
Just saying. Just saying. Live a good life, you'll have a good life. If you don't, then you won't have any life.
yeah.
Right?
That's about as far
We,
as it can go.
we try to be good here, don't we?
Yeah. Except for Andy trying to put a lot of custom tracks derailing the M1 earlier today.
Oh, Andy's just being Andy. Leave him alone. He's just having fun. He's just being Andy. Don't worry about what he's doing. If he's not really doing too much terrible stuff, don't worry about that. He put up some funny ones today.
Yeah.
Like Amanda was talking about that one guy that was standing beside his girlfriend with the, is what most men think they're looking at.
And then Johnny, I don't know what happened, but it's like I put like Amanda's favorite show, and Johnny just went sour, and he
Well,
had
I don't know. He's in Pennsylvania, so I don't know how that weather is. He could have weather issues, which cause connection issues. I don't know.
that's a possibility.
But no, people want to be there. They want to be there. They'll be there. And if they don't, then they won't. That's okay. And Julie, I don't know. Is V coming back? Venus coming back?
I don't know. I don't. I can check it out.
Yeah, see if she can come back or not. Oh boy. All right. So now the other thing about the dream situation with the memories, a color like I mentioned, red. I remember two things I had that was red in my lifetime. I had a red bicycle. I thought it was the nicest thing I ever got when I was a kid. I had a red shirt that got lost on a trip that we were on, and I never got a red shirt after that. There's no more red shirts. Yes, that watershed with the red sides of it, like a barn almost, but a small building, not a big barn. It's strange that it'd be red with gray, and gray would be my ship that I was on for 3.5 years. And green would be, the grass is green, of course, so that'd just be the normal natural setting. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was hoping she would be back on, would get on the computer and come back on. I got my other HP computer working, one has the i5 in it. That thing's kind of slow compared to this one. So, now I got the desktop that's running pretty good. So,
Yeah.
man, watching this one, they're going through a second trial on this murder case that he was given something about
Mm-hmm.
not murder, but what do they call that? Second degree homicide or whatever. That's not really murder, but now they're trying to figure out some other charges and make it a more of a.
Yeah, watching two shows at once, it's a little bit difficult.
What show?
Yeah.
What other show?
I only have one brain, two eyes.
So you're not like the like Goofy with 9 brains? Oh,
Plus two androids.
what?
You know, CT and
Oh yeah,
I forgot who the other one is. Where is Oofy tonight?
Amy and Sarah.
Yeah.
Um,
But don't forget about CT.
yeah,
The cybernetical toaster.
but see, the octopus is supposed to have 9 brains and 2 hearts or 3 hearts.
Um,
The normal octopus I'm talking about, not a squid. The full size octopus. I know it has 9 brains, but is it 2 hearts or 3 hearts? But 9 brains, wouldn't that be confusing in itself? Talk about memory, talking about having dreams. Holy cow. Everything would be multiplied 9 times.
why is every time I think about octopuses, I always think about Japanese animated porn called hentais?
Oh boy. I don't know.
Oh no.
You make sure that the make sure that the search understands it's a sea creature, not the other
I
thing.
know. I know. I mean, like the Japanese law, they put lots when it comes to adult oriented entertainment. So they had to change days around to still make it work.
Yeah. Now, I don't watch the show very much, but yet I remember the episode that's on here. That's funny.
Did I tell you one time in Louisiana, if you're gonna be watching porn, you got to be that state wallet verified. You got like verify your identification when
Oh wow.
yeah.
Well,
That's
that's
gonna take
not.
that's gonna take a lot out of porn.
Yeah, it's not good to watch that anyway.
Not good at all.
No, messes with your brain.
Oh no, yeah.
Mm. So, and since we only have one brain, we gotta take care of it correctly.
Yeah.
I don't know what Bobby's talking about, Julianne. I'm just answering his commentary on what he saw.
It'd be better if we forget about it, Julie. Just
Yeah.
forget about it.
Uh,
Yeah, let's just move along.
there was a guy on the did a YouTube video talking about Starlink launches, you know, and or Starlink flyby or whatever. And he thought it was UFO, and it turned out it was a string of the Starlink satellites. So,
Yeah, they say that the later sets, it's supposed to be where there is actually no interference with astronomers.
you know, it's going to be difficult if they want everyone to have internet. They're going to have something. That's challenging because you want to help the communication world, but then you're going to mess up the ground based telescopes, you know.
Yeah,
So,
but low Earth internet compared to geostationary internet, low Earth internet is supposed to be better and faster and don't have a cap compared to the one that's geostationary, like QSNET or BSNet.
oh, okay,
Plus, the ones that does that geostationary. I think if the last time I checked, you only have just about 25 GB cap and
oh
only
wow,
20 megabit down. But Starlink, you can get about like maybe 300 down.
okay,
But when I live in these apartments, you can't just have. You can't have a dish. You're not even supposed to have antennas.
huh?
Yeah.
I
So it's
use it.
either you get Cox cable or you can opt for like let's say like Sling or YouTube TV.
Yeah.
Get yourself yeah.
Now, do you know, does my YouTube Premium include YouTube TV, or is that separate?
No, that's separate.
Okay, all right. I didn't think it did.
It's way separate
Okay,
from YouTube Premium.
okay. There's a lot to watch on YouTube Premium now. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So Julie said that we were quiet. I don't know if she's hearing us or hearing the other show.
Yeah, well, when we don't get that much interaction, and if one has to like go down south, yeah, it's gonna get very quiet real quick.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So,
it gets crazy, awkward, and bizarre, especially when you're trying to fill in 2 hours.
so I got a roadblock on trying to figure out my grandmother's maiden name. See, she was married
Oh,
before. Now she's been dead for a while, so not a problem with that. But I'm trying to figure out what her family line was on her side,
hmm
because like I said, I think my great grandparents, but I'm not sure of their names exactly. I don't know what their first names are, and I'm not sure of their last name.
I know my grandmother's maiden was Roy.
Yeah. See now, my grandmother's married name, the first husband, was Lindbergh. Not the didn't have an H on it, just the Landberg.
Hmm.
And uh, I don't know what her maiden name is, so that's what I'd like to know. So the
Yeah.
hard part is tracing it back to the great grandparents, which, like I said, what I understand is that they were Mormons, right?
Hmm.
And they were coming down from Utah to Northern California to establish a church or be part of that movement, okay?
Hmm.
I don't know how big of a part they were in that movement, but somehow my grandmother became Christian Science rather than Mormon. So I don't know why that is, but she didn't believe or like the way that the Mormon faith was, so she went with the Christian Science, which I'm not sure if that's good or bad.
Mm.
But anyway,
Getting
um,
yourself stray from the primary religion, it really hits you.
yeah, well, I'm just trying to figure out where the family line is, and then possibly even trace back past the great grandparents and see where they're at on my mom's side. I know what my dad's side is. That's
Hmm.
easy. But the mom's side is a little bit more challenging. Okay? I don't know why.
Okay.
But if you have any ideas of where I can get free information on names and name research, and I don't want to get into any ancestry stuff and pay a lot of money for some crap, you know?
Yeah, that's the
Uh,
problem. You might have to really gotta pay for it.
yeah. I mean, I could probably talk to my sister and find out the answer to some of it. But,
Yeah, it would be better that way.
yeah, she knows more about the, she had looked up, she had used the ancestry thing, to find out some
I
things.
know in my history that I can recall, Cross Springs would be like the heartbeat of the family.
Oh,
Cross Springs, Louisiana.
okay, what name?
It's Cross Springs, Louisiana.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But how did they come from the Mormons? How did they come from Utah? They went from all the way from Utah to Louisiana, right? They're the
You're talking
same.
about, no, I don't think that happened that way.
They're not the same.
My grandmother was Catholic.
But are they the same sector of Mormons from Utah
No,
to?
no.
Okay, different sector, whatever you want to call it. Okay.
As I was trying to tell you, my grandmother was Catholic.
Oh, okay. All right, that's interesting.
Yeah.
But as long as we all believe in something, hopefully positive, uh,
If
and
I was to remain in Cross Springs, I would have to go to either Baton Rouge or Opelousas just to attend church there, because there's no
oh,
LDS church in Cross Springs. They had Pentecost, Methodist, Catholic, and Baptist.
wow.
Hmm.
Okay, well, depending on what kind of Pentecostal you're talking about, uh,
I couldn't tell you about that.
if it's the,
Here, here in this parish where I'm at now, you're not considered a popular person or good and well known, recognized if if you're either not in one of the Catholic churches or in some of the much more bigger community churches or that Pentecostal church.
oh,
hmm Yeah, they got that. They got like a big Pentecostal church, but they also got a couple of non-denoms.
okay. So I went to, I like the, Assemblies of God Pentecostal form better than the Holy Rollers
Yeah.
Pentecostal form.
If you were off to go to Blue Bonnet Blue Bar when you hit Baton Rouge, and let's say you go from the I-10, either eastbound or westbound, you would pass the like that big family worship center, which was actually was once belonged to Jimmy Swagger before he got defrocked.
Okay.
You should know Jimmy Swagger, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
See, I was involved with a big church in Rancho Cordova called Capital Christian Center,
hmm
and it had a seating of probably about 10,000 seats for the auditorium, you know. But we had, most normally we'd have like, on a Sunday service, we'd have probably about 5,000 in this.
Yeah.
They'd have at least two full size services on Sunday for the Sunday morning.
Now, just
So,
out of curiosity, how many active televangelists we got today, or they're all just like either internet or extended radio?
what's his name that everyone makes fun of? Uh,
Joe Osteen.
yeah, and you have him. I think he's still active. I don't know of any other well-known names.
I remember the Hour of Power with Robin Shure in the Crystal Cathedral in California.
Okay. Yeah, see some of that stuff I got turned off of with the phony donation stuff, you know,
Yeah.
and them taking money from people that were working hard to help, and then they want to mislead them. It's like um Baker and Tammy Faye Baker and whatever his first name is, I can't remember.
Did
uh,
you know that we can still get people either on radio or television that should be never be on radio and television?
what now?
Like these radio evangelists and those tele evangelists, they still got people today that should be never be on radio and television, but
All
they are.
right, yeah. Well, now some people may like Kenneth Copeland, but I don't. You know, you talk about TV evangelist. That's one that I
Yeah.
wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Was Billy Graham a tele evangelist before he passed?
Billy Graham was probably one of the best, and I would say the most honest, from what I could tell.
hmm
You know, there was another one in Florida that lived on a yacht in Florida, which actually
hmm
should be your first sign that that's not right.
Yeah.
um, he would have he'd have some donations, like he'd be requesting donations. You know, oh, send in your cloth to be prayed for or whatever, and we'll pray for it. You know, whatever. And send in so much of a donation at the same time with the cloth, you know, so you're paying for the healing of the prayer, which I'd say 9 times out of 10, the person didn't get healed by the prayer,
Yeah,
because it was done in the sense of getting money from you, uh, prayer healing or asking for healing and asking for prayer and asking for somebody to help with physical healing shouldn't cost you anything, you know,
yeah,
with the exception of asking someone for help, you know.
yeah.
So,
Did you not know there are still presentations on radio today? They may have died, but in some form or way, they're pretty much kept alive in an immortal
right.
sense.
Yep.
And I can think of two that recently passed, but they're still,
Okay.
but they're more like in an immortal format.
What's her name?
R.G. Stair and brother Gene Scott.
Huh. Okay, I don't
Now,
know them,
Gene
but
Scott. Now, I don't think Stair was buried, but he would buy a ton of airtime on the radio. And Gene Scott, the only reason why they keeping him alive was was his second life, who was a porn star,
yeah,
and she repented out of that, and she became a minister alongside with Gene Scott.
interesting. Yeah.
And what's keeping Stair alive was that there's a flow of money. It's always kept on going on, even beyond his death.
There was another preacher that dealt with healing, right? Benny Hinn or whatever his name was.
Mm,
They'd sit there and you'd see him has his hands on. Not that I don't believe in healing, and that you can lay your hands on somebody and heal them. I think everyone has that ability. But whether the person trying to get the healing or the person doing the action of the healing prayer has the faith in it, it's a two-way street. Okay, so
yeah,
that's true. That's true of anything. When you're praying for somebody to get healed, it's a two-way street. The person
that's
praying needs to have the faith that it's real. The person receiving the prayer needs to receive it and have faith that it is real. Okay,
right. Yeah,
and then yeah, and it shouldn't cost anything to get that done. You shouldn't have to send in a donation to get healed.
yeah.
Okay,
Blood doesn't even cost a thing.
huh?
Why would something that know what they say is true? Blood doesn't even cost a thing. Why would money will bring you healing when it doesn't?
Right, and
It
that's the
just
miss.
it's gonna
That
it's just gonna make you worse.
Yep, and you're gonna be less. You're not gonna have as much money.
You always tell me don't go to the casino.
Yeah, just be on your guard though for that kind of stuff. It's out there, and it's gonna continue to be out there in other forms too. Uh, like for instance, you get your computer repair. Oh, give us so much, and we'll fix your computer for you. That never happens.
No.
I used to
You
have
can
them. I used to
no
have
go
them
ahead.
call.
Go ahead.
I used to have them call and say, "Oh, for a low price of $29.99, we can be your repair service." And it's like, I work on computers. I know how to repair them usually. Most of the things. If I don't, then I just buy a new computer. It's simple.
Yeah. The
Uh,
repairability levels on certain devices,
yeah,
it's it does makes it more expensive, and it's usually what they always say is true. Everything is cheaper if you get yourself a new one.
yeah. And now like some of what you're doing with the cloud service, you don't even have to have too expensive of a computer. You just need to have that connection to the cloud service and have that paid up. You know.
Yeah, you can pretty much have the cheapest computer that probably doesn't even do much, and you really don't even have to have Windows.
Yeah.
You just download an app or it comes within the operating system, and you'll be enjoying your computer second to none as long as you're paying for it.
Oh, I can. I can do a reading for you, Julie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll get your bill. We'll get your fixed, Julie.
I was hoping that Venus was going to come back, but I guess that ain't going to happen.
Yeah, I think it's having some trouble with getting that box ready to go.
All right. We're going to use.
I got you blasted.
All right, we're going to do the favorite cards that we like. You want what? How many cards you want, Julie? Extra reading today.
That's right. Second chance.
Julie, how many cards you want? I know I'm going out. You can hear me. Okay, I don't see Julie answering how many cards she wants yet. Actually, both of those just popped out.
I know we sure got three watching.
Julie? That's interesting. Okay, I'll do it that way then. Fine. You want me to do it that way? I'll do it that way.
What, 3 card draw?
I got 3 cards. I can do 4 if you really want 4.
Yeah.
But these 3 here just kind of popped out. That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the first one.
Yep. Oh, now she just answered.
That's funny. I did 3. 'Pray from the Heart, number 23. And if you can figure out what these numbers mean, let me know. Then I can understand the card better. Number 16. I don't know if they mean the day is almost over. And then this one, I've done this a couple times, this one here. And I don't know that always means relationship love. It could mean just any kind of love.
Yeah.
That's an
Now,
interesting.
if you was watching the conferences last month, but then you watched like the ones in between, they usually will have like the messages and stuff. Yeah, we got it. We got it. We got it, Joey. So they told us about one of the new temples in Montana, in Helena, were actually built way much more faster than traditional designs. I forgot how long they did it with the new technology, but they can build it before they can build it.
Oh wow.
It's pretty interesting.
And then you can't see it after that. Huh?
And then like after they build it, it's like once you build it, it's still it's like a regular building, but it's there.
Okay.
Oh, I think Julie's got some technical difficulties.
Okay, Julie, I'm sending you the
Yeah,
card.
don't worry, Julie. Don't worry, Julie. We got you.
I got you.
I think everybody is having technical difficulties today,
Yeah, there's.
or probably some insane moment that probably after Thanksgiving that's making people not come.
Yeah. But you remember with the internet, there's going to be also the fact that kids are out of school with the Christmas vacation coming up and all that.
Probably playing Roblox because I think around here that's what they always do. They always play a lot of Roblox.
Yeah. Okay, Julie, I sent you the cards to your Skype. Or no, to your Facebook, excuse me. Bobby, do you want 3 as well?
Yeah, I can do it. Yeah, why not?
All right.
Yeah.
We're going to do it the same way, whatever one pops out. All right. Whatever you're asking a question about something, whatever that is. That's interesting how to do it that way. I like that way. Now we had this one for you last night. That's weird. I shuffled them too, and it still comes up, Bobby. That doesn't make
Yeah.
sense. All right. So we got. Oh, make
Oh, yes.
number 38. You are correct. So whatever you had a question about, you are correct. I'll send you the picture of it. Hold on. All right. See, at least I don't have that delay with watching the YouTube side. 24. Prioritize self-care. We had that one for you, I think. Maybe not last night, but
Yeah. I
it was a while ago.
I'll have to scroll up.
But we did have this one for you last night, I think. You had
Yeah.
this one a couple times recently. So this is still telling you, don't doubt yourself. All right?
Yeah. Number 24 and 44 is the ones I had last night.
Okay. Well, compare these with those. See if they match. I did this a little bit different. As I was shuffling them, whichever one popped out is what I grabbed. So, like when you're shuffling the cards the way that I do, if there's one that sticks up, like it does, then that's one that I get. That makes sense?
Yeah, it really does.
All right, let me send that to you, and then you'll be good to go for a week. All right. See if you get the whole thing on that. We're gonna try. We'll try Skype and see if it works tonight.
Yeah. There it is.
It worked. Okay, good. You got all the whole card on each
Yeah.
end. Okay.
Yeah, I got them.
All right. Good deal. So compared to maybe a few, like maybe last Friday, I did that other card that manifest yourself. I wonder if Kevin wants a reading.
I don't think he's even here now.
He was on Facebook still. Someone's over there.
No, all I see on the ticker is we only just got one viewer.
Okay, then that's all we're gonna do then. I'll do one card for the group. Let's see what comes up. There it is right there. The phone, I want you to stay up there. Quit sliding down.
As long as it's not sliding on the other side, the better.
Well, two came out at once, so we're going to use both of them for the group reading. This is interesting. I'm not sure who has a problem within our group, but make a decision, number 19. This is for the group reading. And that could be later when they tune in and watch it later. I'm not going to take a
Venus is
picture.
back.
I'm not going to take a picture of this. 17, it's time to play. We had that one, I think, for Venus the last time. But there's two cards for the group. And if you want to see them, just pause the video and zoom in.
Yeah. Well, I think he had to get a rep. Or she had to get a rep.
Required some troubleshooting. Okay, would Venus want a reading? And then if she wants to come back on and try to do her readings.
Yeah. I need to get some more water. Be right back.
Okay. Venus, you want a reading? Yeah, I did that. I just pulled that one, but look at that. It came back up. Not yet.
Wow, Venus wants a 2 card draw.
Oh, two? Okay. I'll put that third one back then. I got two already picked out then.
Wow.
So apparently, even with all your technical issues, you're having some kind of magical moment. So embrace it. Number 11. I'll send a picture for her on that one. Why does these cards not want to sit right? And then prioritize self-care, which I just had for Bobby, number 24. Now, Bobby, I shuffled the cards too. And that still came up. That is weird.
Yeah. Dang, that self care is like we're gonna need some help.
What now? Self-care?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, now, okay, save that. Now, go back and edit that a little bit more. Hold on. There we go. Okay, Venus, I sent you the cards on Skype. That worked. All right, there you have it. Well, I put in some extra time today, didn't I, this week?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
But we almost got 2 hours down. All right. But at least I wasn't here talking to myself. That's a good thing.
Joey, that's or a charger. Oh, there she is.
Hey, there she is.
Oh, yay, that's much better.
Hey, I can hear you now. All right.
Whee! That's all it was the internet box needed to be traded out. Oh man, that was a pain having to connect with tech support, but he got it fixed. Everything's good now.
I did warn you about tech, right?
You did not, no.
Yes, I did. I've been talking about it since May.
Oh yeah, you did. You did mention a lot of tech issues were going to be
And,
happening over the year.
you know, it's all because of the election coming up, and fact checkers can cry about it if they want, but prove me wrong. If you prove me wrong, then fine, I'll accept that too. But if you can't prove me wrong, then accept what I'm saying.
Exactly.
But I know I have trouble connecting sometimes, and that's just someone else controlling the button. And
Yep,
then
that too.
a lot of times I can call my people, maybe not today because it's a holiday weekend, but normally I can call them up until about 11 o'clock at night, my time, and somebody will be there to answer. And usually they just go through reset the router, and bam, it works after that. Like, well, why did I have to do that though?
Hmm. This
You
guy I
know?
connected with, he was in a different country. You could tell from his name was different.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they have different hours over there. But I
Oh
talked to
yeah.
him about our celebrations for Thanksgiving and stuff, and he just thought that was the coolest.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, ironically, you might be able to get someone from India.
Yeah.
It would be difficult, but the last time I talked to a rep, I can understand him, despite him being
Right.
in India.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that problem too. That's why I try to connect with them in a chat before connecting with them on the phone line because it's so much
Yeah.
easier to hear what they're saying like that because it's all typed out.
I was glad with PayPal today when I called and it was English speaking. She sounded kind of like
Oh yeah.
Oriental, but she was English speaking, so that was good.
Just whatever you do, don't get a Mexican.
No, but
Why
I got,
not? You've had
but I
problems
got
with
my,
those?
but I got my money back though, real quick. As fast as they tried to get it, they put it back on my account.
Yeah, PayPal's pretty good about that. They've been in business for a while as far as
Yeah,
like a third party. It's real safe to use them for online purchases and connecting with those
yeah.
donation accounts and stuff.
What was weird, what I was saying earlier, and I want everyone to pay attention to this. There's always going to be scams out there. Okay, a
Hmm.
lot of it's going to come through email. It's going to come through email that you might recognize. You know, and then you're
Oh yeah.
going to click it like you need to update it some account or something like that.
You know, so speaking of scams, you know,
This wasn't regular mail.
I rarely check my voicemail, but they had something that I claimed that I ordered something out from Amazon, like a MacBook Pro, worth about $1,200, and I was just like, nope.
Yeah, Julie, I can do a pendulum read for you.
Oh, there you go.
Get it activated for you real quick.
That would be nice. So, Venus, how would I do a contest giveaway thing? I got 16 gemstone pendants that I can use as a pendulum, right? If it's on a chain.
Mm-hmm.
And I have 16 of them, all right? All different ones. And what I wanted to do a wheel thing where you spin a wheel and like whatever number it lands on, that's one you get, you know?
Yeah,
And then,
like a
but
Wheel of Fortune thing.
how do we do something like winning a wheel spin? How do we do that? Like,
Well, you could put people's names on there and whichever one it lands on.
oh, okay.
But I think it would be more fun to like do some kind of trivia or a game here in
Yeah,
chat,
that's what I was trying to
and
do.
whoever
Yeah.
wins gets automatically entered, and then anybody who like gives you a donation can be entered to try to win too, and then have like a set date where
Win
you do
extra
the
spins.
wheel.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And see, every spin you get a pendant. You get a single pendant. So out of 16 slots, if you're really good, you can win all 16 of them. But obviously, give somebody else a chance to get one.
Yeah,
But
and you can actually do it in cahoots with Bill for his Family Feud. You know,
oh
whichever
yeah,
team wins, that whole team,
yeah.
their name gets entered to win or something like
Oh, there
that.
you go. And they have a program to use for the wheel picker thing,
Hmm.
and it's a video oriented. So like if it's on YouTube here, but I don't know what YouTube is like on letting us do that. You
I
know.
think, speaking of like little spin the wheel thingamabobs, I think there was a website that I went to, and maybe you could go from there. Let me see if they got that.
All right, let's get to Julie's question here. She wants a
Yeah.
yes or no. Are people intentionally coding their music and lyrics with messages directed towards me? They know who I am. Let's ask the pendulum.
Uh, oh, directed to Julie? Well, maybe you're just in the mix, but possibly.
They don't know you, but I am getting a feeling that other entities are trying to communicate with you through those lyrics. And it could just be like the stuff that you're already engrossed in, invested in. It's trying to bring clarity to it or bring you some type of encouragement to keep going when you hear those messages.
Hmm. Yeah, I think on the music side, even in video, movies, and things like that, even the late night comedians, they always have a topic that talks about things that might get to you, one way or another, either to make you laugh or make you mad, one or the other. But in music situation, I think it's a general attack on the population, not just on one individual. Not saying that not any single one person might not be affected, but at the same time, it would be pretty difficult to do that, I would think. Now, unlike you have the incident that we went through for 3 years, and uh, they convinced everybody to do certain things, and that was more of a general population convincing, like wear a mask, you got to wear a mask, and of course everybody had to wear a mask, right? I remember when Dr. Fauci said something one time. Oh, you should get a face shield and wear that with the paper mask because you got to protect your eyes, you know. And it was like the next day, not kidding, the next day at the grocery store, I see a person with the face mask and the paper mask over their mouth, and it's like, that ain't helping you. They don't have any gloves on or nothing like that. They just got the face shield and the paper mask on over their mouth, and it's like they must have heard the same broadcast I did, but I didn't pay attention to it because I don't believe in the paper mask in the first thing, stopping anything. Matter of fact, it's making me worse in my own breathing situation. So in my own personal adventure with the incident, but in the case of watching how people reacted when somebody important and turns out he wasn't all that right in what he was, peddling, what he said. So,
Yeah, yeah.
um, just my
Check
personal
the
opinion.
yeah, check the YouTube chat. I think there's like that web app that I once did try before, and you can use the app to make your choices and name who's going to get it, and and then you just hit the wheel and it spins it for you to find out who's going to be the winner.
And then Venus now for a woman, for I don't mean to be rude to anybody, but for a regular size woman, I know maybe different sizes of women would be a different size chain. What would be the average size chain that I should do for a woman?
Um, that's
Lengthwise, I
difficult to
mean.
answer because everybody has a different preference. Like for
Yeah.
me, pendant, I'd like for them to hang low, like just at that cleavage line if I'm
Right.
wearing it. But if I'm
So
going to
would
use
that
it
be
as a pendulum, I want it to be long like that so that I can easily slip it off my head without having
exactly?
to
Yeah.
mess with the tassel.
That's what I was going for with the length that I picked like 30 inches, right? So 15 inch
30.
double. If you
Yeah,
double it, then be 15 inches.
hmm
Okay.
yeah,
So
that's pretty good. That's a good length.
and now a silver chain, a real silver chain. Now this isn't silver plated. This is silver chain. Okay.
Well, that sounds
Um,
pretty.
you're looking at probably about $3 or more for the chain itself. Okay, let me see if I can get it for you. I'll show you. Hold on one
Julie, when
second.
I asked the pendulum that about Tim Armstrong, is he doing this? I was getting at first it was collectively based, but then they allowed him specifically to push his energy through to connect with you further as like a resonance thing. Like you're connected to a Tim Armstrong, so they allowed him through to get the point across to you.
Who is Tim Armstrong? I'm sorry, I don't know that name. I know Armstrong, the bicyclist. That's not who you're talking about. Lance Armstrong, I think, is his name for the bicyclist. That's not who
There
you're
was
talking about.
another Armstrong too. Wasn't there an Armstrong that was an astronaut? Or am I thinking something
Neil
else?
Armstrong.
Maybe. Yeah, Neil Armstrong.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
maybe it's him.
And then
I know.
there
I'm
was a
I'm
singer
kidding.
too.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I gotta have fun. Come on now. Gotta have some fun. But, all right, hold on one second.
Jesse Michaels. Are you wanting to know if Jesse Michaels is trying to communicate with you through music?
That would have been fun watching me fall out of my chair trying to reach that.
That
Would have
one's
been
a
good.
solid yes on Jesse Michaels. I'm not even feeling collective energy around that one. So that's a solid yes for Jesse Michaels.
Look at the chain.
Oh, that's very pretty.
That look nice. And
Yeah,
now
yeah.
I
Hold
just
on.
gotta
Let me
I
load
gotta
up.
figure out how to put the ends on it, which is done with little connection hoops. But then I gotta figure out how to make sure it's a solid connection. Not that you don't want it coming apart. But see,
Yeah.
if I put it around my neck, it'd be about as long as the one that I have now, which is right here. So so I'd have a chain like this length, and then I have six. Excuse me. I have 16 pendants that I can use for a necklace. I call it a pendant because you can use it as a pendulum, as you said, with the length of the chain that I'm talking about.
Is it a
So
loose pendant that'll like slide down the chain accordingly,
yeah,
or is it hooked into one of the links?
no, it'll be loose. Let me show you. Let's
Okay.
see if I can get the. Hold on. I'll just show you one. Not gonna give you 16 of them. Not yet. And we'll set that up though and have it. Oh, bless you. I'll set up the 16 on a white piece of paper or whatever so you can see what I'm looking at. And then figure out which one you want to have first. I want to know what the order of the chakras would be in these particular colors. And figure out which one should be first if you start bottom up, go up. There's 16 of them, so I'm guessing they're um, secondary chakra points. Uh oh.
Oh,
All right, let's see what's going on here with Julie. Mr. Billy Joe Armstrong. Is Mr. Billy Joe Armstrong trying to connect with Julie through lyrics?
Billy Joel? Was his name
This
Armstrong
says
originally?
yes, but there's more timid energy around him, like he feels nervous or nonchalant.
how the
Um,
hell did you get kicked in the head that year?
did they know who I was when I saw them in '89 and got kicked in the head at Gilman Street? Oh goodness.
Where's Gilman Street?
Did
In
they know
San
her
Francisco?
during this event in '89?
Look at that.
Oh wow.
It's swinging in a circle, and that usually indicates that they may have known that it was happening, but they might not have known who you were at the time. Did they know it was happening when it was happening? Yeah, I got a good yes on that. One of them at least.
See that?
What about Tim and Jesse? Did they know when it was happening? No. Did they know after it happened? Yes. Oh, that was a quick answer.
Oh, holy cow. Oh, to show that that's the silver chain. The silver chain is magnetic, not the
Magnetic.
chain, not the chain itself, but it's sticking to my computer.
A stage dive and you got conked in the head. Damn. Yeah, that would have been a lawsuit.
That's
No, it was
interesting.
a combat boot from a stage dive. Did they know it was me, who I was?
That must be the
Referring
edge
to
here.
Tim and Jesse, did they know who she was at that time?
So I have the pieces to put this together, but I need tools. I need the right tools. My fat fingers do not work well
Yeah.
trying to do this work.
Yeah, let's see.
So what I would like for Christmas is some tools to do this work.
Let's zone in on just Tim because it's swinging again. Did Tim know her at the time? Did he know who she was?
Wouldn't that make a nice pendant? Look at that.
Yeah.
For Tim, it's a no. What about Jesse?
No, as well. Mine's giving you the same answer. All right, stop.
Jesse's giving real shady energy. I'm not sure about him. It's trying to swing yes, but then it swings in a circle. Like he might have known you a little bit or known of you. Yeah, same thing. So Jesse, I'd say yes.
Well, this makes a really nice pendant here.
Yeah.
Was the dive intentional? Okay, no, I'm saying no. Was this just an accident that happened at a concert or something?
See, when you were saying no for Jesse, mine was saying no, as if it was hearing you.
Oh no. I'm sorry that happened, Julie. I don't go to concerts or any of that stuff, mostly because I don't like being around a lot of people. But there are a lot of accidents and dangerous stuff that happens at those places too. And a lot of it is unintentional. But then there's those that thrive off of chaos, so you got to watch out for those too.
I had a
Yeah.
manager. I worked at Snyder's Drugs. Uh, both Brian and myself worked at the same store. Brian got me a job there actually, and my manager, the assistant manager, was getting trained. Went to a concert at the Dome. I think it was Minneapolis Dome, and he got hit in the head with a brick. You know, he just started to enjoy the music. You know,
This guy that took you out, why did they take you out? Make you stay outside? Is it because you got hurt? I feel like that might have been to avoid a lawsuit or something.
Well, I like Green Day, but I don't like it that anyone gets hurt.
Hell
Oh,
no.
is he the lead singer? Oh, that was sweet of him.
Yeah, I know where Berkeley is. I don't know where Gilman Club is, so I probably would if I was there. But uh, no, here in Minnesota, I went to a few concerts outside. We had the last big show before the snow, an outdoor event at Canterbury Farm, Canterbury Downs, a racetrack, horse racing, and I went to three of those or four of those. Got Brian in one time. He wasn't even 18 yet, or no, he wasn't 21 yet. Rather, I got him in. Early.
Hmm.
Uh, but I got to see John Mayer before he was John Mayer. I mean, he was John Mayer then, but he wasn't big. You know what I mean?
Yeah, was he still a soft singer, or was that something that evolved through his career?
He was that way all the time. Yeah, uh, kind of folk type. Not really
Yeah,
hard rock or nothing. But he was
he's like
not.
the male version of Jewel.
Yeah, but he was not known very well. I mean, he was known in the local scene maybe, but
Oh,
not
that's pretty cool.
national. Not national. And then I saw bare naked ladies, and I was trying to figure out. Okay, first there ain't nobody naked. Second, there ain't no ladies. What the hell is the name about? I
That
didn't
sounds
quite
like
get
one of
that.
those drunk frat party things. Like
Oh,
you
they
have
were
to
fun
be
to watch.
initiated, but dressed up like
Yeah,
naked women.
yeah, they were fun to watch, and they were fun to see in concert. I mean, I was like, let's see, just around 40 years old. A little bit over 40, I guess, at that time. 2002, 2003, and four, somewhere on there.
That wasn't
So,
too long ago.
but I bought, the ticket for like say seven bands or seven artists was like $35, which was not bad at the time. You got to see a lot of music, but then you had to buy these tickets to buy your food. So you go and buy the tickets, and then you always have tickets left over. In those situations,
Hmm.
and so so if somebody wants a ticket and you're all done eating, you're full already, or you're drunk already, or whatever, and you give away your ticket to somebody else, and
Mhm.
help them out. Like they're one short and you're one over, and it's like, well, here, go ahead and have my ticket. Don't worry about it. And then they go buy their food or beer or whatever they want. You know, that's just crazy times. And that was when I could actually handle an event like that and survive. And now I don't know if I could do that. I'll do Pine Bush and I'll do the Gettysburg thing and with the paranormal stuff. I'll do that. But then I can pretty much take my time and take a break when I need to or whatever.
Mhm.
So like at the Gettysburg at the hotel, if you get a hotel room at the hotel where you're at, like I did this last time, and like I'm gonna do this next time in July of next year, I already got my room reserved, and so it's about half price of what I paid for the one this last year. This
Oh,
last year,
good.
Yeah.
the one where we stayed this last time, it was $1,000 for the 4 days.
Oh no.
So yeah, that kind of hurt. But I got it late though. But at least I got a room. So that's the other thing.
Mhm.
But $1,000 was a killer. But I had it, and I was able to make it work, and it was all good. Not to mention the other ones I had to stay at on the way, So that took money
Mhm.
too.
Plus food and
So
gas. How much?
yeah,
How much do you spend on gas on your trips like that?
on the one when it was like $6 a gallon,
Oh
it was
goodness.
probably close to the room stay.
Mhm.
Probably it was over $600 in gas at least. I would say the first when I just had the Chevy Traverse, and that only got no wait on a Gettysburg one. I think I had my new car, and so that was a little
Yeah,
bit. But no, did I or did I have my old car?
you did. It was the new one.
Okay, so it did better on gas, but when I went to Pine Bush with the Chevy Traverse, it only got 17 miles to the gallon, and gas was around $6 a gallon in a lot of
Oh
places.
no.
And so you figure out that is, and to Bill's house is 1,200, and depending on how you go, and if I don't take any wrong turns, it's about 1,235 miles. Okay, so
Yeah.
divide that by 17 and figure out what you got. Well, my gas tank is 20, and the Chevy it was 22 gallons. So divide 1235 by 22. That's how much gas you have to use. Like over 50 gallons, right?
Um,
Well, yeah, it'd
Julie
be over
also.
50
I
gallons.
think Julie had a question for Venus, but I think Venus is muted right
Oh,
now.
go ahead.
No, I think we're caught up. She's talking about she met Billy Joe outside the Fillmore West before Green Day hit it big. They were selling records out of a milk crate. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, outside of a Social Distortion concert. I've heard of them. I don't remember if I've heard any of their music though. I'll have to look them up later.
Green Day, I play Green Day all the time.
No, the Social Distortion.
Oh, I've heard of them too. Yeah, I've played them before.
Yeah.
Um,
I think everybody's heard of Green Day now. A lot of
yeah.
people like them. They're real popular.
But hey, the Rolling Stones album, the one that I bought 3 times, they're actually doing a tour for that album, which is pretty damn cool.
Oh yeah.
So, what's interesting is 18 years they have not made an album in the studio. All right, and they come out 18 years later of not doing a studio album, and then putting one like this together. It's amazing. And what was funny was here at the one stadium, and the one team was losing, and the home stadium was winning. The home stadium is one of the stadiums they're going to be doing their tour at, right? I didn't know about the tour thing, but they were playing the song "Angry," and if you listen to that song, you'll find it comical. They're the home stadium is telling the visiting team not to be angry, for losing. Basically, it was funny when I thought about it, and it's like, wait a minute, that's funny. Unless it's my team that's losing, then that's another problem. But
The Stones are so iconic, though. They
yeah,
would fit in any party situation or gaming event. They're so great.
and if you listen to the 2 songs, well, now the whole album is available on Amazon Music. And if you got Amazon, like Amazon Prime or whatever, and but if you listen to the Sweet Sounds of Heaven, Lady Gaga is helping on that one. And believe it or not, she does. I don't like her necessarily, although I know she's talented, for the voice. But she does a really good job on this one. So she looks like she has taken it serious, which I don't know if she took her music any other way but serious. But in any case, on this one here with the Rolling Stones, she means it. You know, she's taking it serious.
She's hit
So,
and miss, especially with her slower songs. A lot of them I don't like her voice in them, but a lot of
but
her dance music I can get into.
yeah, listen to the Sweet Sounds of Heaven with the new one on the Rolling Stones album,
Okay.
and you'll kind of get what I'm saying. You don't even know it's her, except the fact that you know that it's her because of everyone talking about it. You know, but she does a good job of matching it with him. And but the whole album is good. I was surprised. I This is one of the times where I didn't really have one that I was buying the album for. I just bought it because it was 18 years since they made an album. You know, and so that's a big deal right there. And then I downloaded it on Amazon, paid $9 for the download. You know, and got the CD. And all of a sudden they had the free album after it came out. Like, well, heck, now download it again. So I can play it anytime. So, but so far I played it probably 3 times on Errt. So
I keep missing it. I keep
I
trying
know.
to log in first thing in the morning, but I don't always get a chance to because I'm pretty
Just have it
swamped in the
playing in the
morning.
have the music playing in your background, and I'll ask, "What's that noise?"
Hmm.
That's my friend's
I
radio
get tired of
station.
that.
That's my hold music for you guys. Uh,
Julie's got another question here. Did they get these messages to code from a time traveler or from channeling? Time traveling is a no. Channeling is a no. I think they used them mostly as conduits or messengers for you, knowing that you are already connected to them or you feel connected to them.
Like they know it was going to happen before it happened.
so they were getting messages to share, possibly.
It
Oh, now
definitely wasn't coincidence.
Jimmy's actually using the mic that's on the desk, which is usually never used, but he had it up to his mouth like he's talking on it. That's funny. Because everyone always asks, is that mic really being used? All right, Venus.
We're gonna try to funnel something to you, Julie. Um, whatever this is that has been trying to communicate with you, we're gonna try to clear the blockages around the connection because they know you have questions that they have not yet answered.
So, what chakra is this for?
I'm not sure. What is that? Spotted Jasper?
I can't remember. I know the dragon's blood is the green one that has the red spots or whatever, or the black spots. I can't remember now. But that's nice, though. It's
I don't
I
know.
get it.
I'm sure it's and no, I'm not moving that with my arms. It's moving on its own. So it has the black is protection. I think the white. I don't know what the white or the lighter color is as far as what it's for. But the black, I think, is protection, like onyx.
Okay, it's Dalmatian Jasper.
Oh, okay. All right. So now here's a question for you, for me. If Julie is okay. Oh yeah, are you doing energy work on her? Yeah.
It looks like it goes to the base or the root chakra. It's
Oh,
responsible for the feelings of material safety, groundedness, and security.
for the one I just showed.
Hmm.
Oh, cool.
That's
That's
what
why.
Google says anyway. A lot of those stones they have multiple purposes though, and all you have to do is really activate them to do what you want them to
Okay.
do.
Um.
And no, no, Julie, I'm not doing energy work on you. I just cleared the channel, so you might have a dream tonight that is more clear
Ooh.
from the entities that are trying to communicate with you.
Any dreams? Write down your results of your dreams, please. Part of my dream research. And now you're just talking about the message portion of it, which is what I said.
Hmm.
Dreams are two things.
That was their request though that I clear the channel.
Oh,
There's something clogging, like something you've overthought on or something you've over researched to the point where when you ask them a question, you're not hearing the answer. So they had me clear something out.
interesting. Yeah. Please, if you dream, which I'm sure you do, write down even the smallest of details. All right. So, um, dreams are uh, Venus. I come up with this answer in my own personal research. Dreams are two things. One is memory, all right, and we can be a memory connected to our past. Could be a memory from a movie that we watch. Could be a memory from our daily activities. Whatever. It could be any kind of memory. Anything can trigger the memory. A red ball can trigger the memory. A blue ball could trigger the memory. A basketball could trigger the memory. Anything can trigger that memory. And then you have a whole dream about it. Okay?
Yep, that's true.
So memory could be also from another dimension as well. Okay? And we're getting parts of the messages back in our head when we're awake in this time. And we're thinking, oh, I remember that. Where did I remember that from? I didn't go there, but yet, I mean, I've had dreams of going to Scotland. I've never been in Scotland in my life, as far as I know of.
You have in a
And
past life though.
exactly,
You saved there.
that's what I'm getting at. So, but memory is a primary possibility of what a dream is. Okay, and it could come from many different avenues. The other possibility is a message from an external source, like you're talking about with Julia. Okay,
Hmm.
and so if they come to her in a dream, then I want to know about if it's a message form or if it's a memory form. That's the first thing. Okay, and you'll know when you dream it if it's a message or not, or if it's a memory or not. You'll know which one it is. Don't think on it. Just take note of it. All right. When you see something stand out, write it down. If it wakes you up in the middle of the night, write it down. Don't try too hard. Let it flow naturally and write down the information. With that, a story will be told about what you're getting. Okay? So now here's a question I have for you, for me. Will I make at least two of my conferences I want to go to, which are the Gettysburg in July, and then before that though is the Pine Bush event in June 1st.
All right. Will Ron make it to Pine Bush in 2024?
Yeah.
Yep. but it depends on something.
Uh-oh.
There is some financial strain around it, so it
Uh-oh.
is slow to swing. Yes, but it is a yes.
Okay.
You'll make it happen.
Yeah. Well, I made it
All right.
happen with less money.
Yeah. Well, that's the key. Saving however much you can. That's
Just
why we were
trying.
talking to you about whether or not it'd be more financially better for you to do a plane ticket instead of all that gas money and then
Yeah,
hotel room.
I'm worried about my medication that I take, and I'd have to either get it when I get to, like, going to these different places. I'd have to get it at a pharmacy there, which I could do. There is a Walmart in both locations, so I could do that if I had to.
Hmm.
And I was told
You
that
can
that
you can call Humana and get them to authorize it early for vacation time too, and
yeah,
they'll let you go ahead and stock up before you leave.
yeah, exactly. And I don't want to have to carry it on the plane and get it looked at and everything like that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's true.
So where
I
when
hadn't
I'm
thought
driving,
about.
I don't have to worry about that. What about the July trip to Gettysburg? The
All
same
right.
thing?
Will he make it to Gettysburg in 2024? Oh, um, it's trying to go yes, but there's something else attached to it. It
Uh
might cancel or delay. I don't feel like
oh.
it's on your end. I feel like it's on Gettysburg end. Something different
Uh
might
oh.
take place with them.
Well, they moved to a different hotel. I know that. So,
I don't know. There's some information delay, like you're not going to get the information you need to get there or something.
oh, interesting.
So try to stay in good communication with them, and that might change.
Oh, I am. Yeah, I am. I get them on Facebook and I talk. I look for notices and things like that. So,
Good. Any kind of updates or changes to their plans, definitely
but I
make
know,
note of
yeah,
it.
I know I reserved my room early, and the cost I got it booked for this time is $500. Again, I did it a whole year ahead of time. So,
That's pretty
um,
good. Cut it in half.
yeah, and if I waited until after January, it would probably be that $1,000 we were talking about. Um,
Oh, Julie's got a good point about the medication. You can put medication in your luggage, not carry-ons, and you can actually lock your luggage too.
yeah,
If you
that's
get like
true.
one of those safety locks,
Yeah,
you can make sure nobody goes into it.
yeah, because I got the one that I take for my depression, and I got the one for the sleeping. Which the sleeping is the big one.
Hmm.
You know, that
You can
people
also
would
get one of
want
those
to get a hold of.
fanny packs too. I know a lot of people think they're silly, but if you're just needing like one or two bottles or an assortment of pills, like one of those trays, you can slip that down into a fanny
Yeah,
pack that stays
yeah,
attached to your hip while you're riding.
interesting. Yeah, I like driving personally. I mean, I don't like the long drives. I have that figured out with the other hotel stays, so I get that part figured out. And as long as the gas stays low enough to where I can manage it, it should be good with the new car.
Hmm.
New
Well,
car
they'll
should
get
be,
Trump back in office. It'll be back down where it should be.
yeah. Or anybody else back in office, not this guy.
Yeah. And
No
we got
offense,
to
no
stop
offense.
all these wars. Every time we have some kind of issue with another country, our oil prices go sky high, and that
Yeah.
shouldn't be happening because we have our own oil rigs.
And what's irritating to me, and I don't mean to get political or get one sided or and whatever, but as a disabled veteran, again, I was homeless for 2 years, and then to see how much they care about everybody else in the world except for our country, That pisses me off. Okay.
Yeah, there was a lot of flack about that too, how we're trying to give away health care and funding to new imports, new immigrants, and even those overseas that we're fighting in the wars with, and our veterans can't even get the proper health care they need.
I'm not saying that
They're
they
paying
don't need
full
it.
price for everything.
Yeah, and I'm not saying at all that they don't need it, but I'm saying that we need it here first. Okay.
Yeah,
And there's no way that a veteran or a disabled veteran, as long as they have honorable standings, they should not be homeless. Period.
that's
Yeah.
right.
They should not need medical care. I mean, they should not have to pay for medical care. Okay. As myself, I'm a disabled veteran. I should not have to pay a dime for medical. Period. I don't care if I'm 10% or 100%. If I'm a veteran, honorable, and now of course I'm disabled uh, veteran, so I should get full coverage, complete, not have to worry about my medical. Period. In my
That's
opinion,
right.
you know, housing is another issue, but it's still as a veteran that served under honorable conditions, I should have my housing covered for life. I shouldn't have to worry about paying for it. And now some will be, oh, you're just saying that because you feel entitled. You're damn right I feel entitled, you know?
With every right, yeah.
Yeah. Those who are coming into this country illegally, and I don't mean to make you hate me or make anyone else hate me, but, if you're coming into this country illegally, you don't deserve anything like that because you put yourself in that situation, okay?
Right. They at least have to earn their position
Yeah.
for something
I mean,
like
if you
that.
go through the proper channels to get here, and maybe something doesn't work out, then yeah, maybe then you can ask for help, but do something to prove that. Um,
Hmm.
we got people that are coming into this country. We don't know who they are, what they're doing. We don't know where they're living. A lot of the people are getting free housing, cars, license to drive without even going through the process to get it. Here's your license. Go ahead and grab a car.
Well, they're getting in because there are other factors in place when it comes to border control.
Yeah,
These agents, a lot of them, they're not there to keep people in or out. They're there to make a profit off of who really wants through.
yeah.
And sometimes it
Yeah.
has to do with drugs and sex trafficking. And then there's basically they get paid off to let them slide, and that's how they get in.
And then they're here taking up the housing that people need here, and they're taking up food supplies, they're taking up jobs, whether it be in the field or whatever that we could be doing. Not me personally, but in general. And so it's a total mess. And
Yeah.
what's interesting, you're talking about the border, okay? Now, who has even been mentioning the border recently? No one.
I don't even know. I would
Okay.
imagine nobody because that's something they don't want to highlight. They don't want to
Uh, right
key
now, the
in on that
interesting thing is
issue.
is is VP Harris went down there. She looked at the situation. She came back and not a word, not one word came out of what's going on down there. Okay. Why did she go down there?
To do some shady dealing, most likely.
And to look good for herself, possibly. Yeah. Um. So I think in this situation that we're in currently, I think we're going to see a different president in 2024. I don't know if it's going to be a Democrat or Republican. I don't really care which one it is, as long as we got somebody with a new idea and that wants to work for this country, not for everybody else.
Hmm.
And that's the only thing that I want. And I'm not trying to pick on anybody. I'm not trying to pick sides. And like I said, I don't care who it is. I'm just saying, you know, you were put in office for a reason. You whatever happened to we the people? That's gone. I think.
Well,
Uh,
that's a Congress thing. It's not just the president. The president doesn't really have all the power that
right.
people are assuming he does. He has to obey what everybody else agrees on to a certain degree,
Yeah.
and that's what he ends up signing the paperwork for new laws and regulations and stuff like that. If it doesn't get agreed upon by Congress, it doesn't get passed. So that makes you wonder what kind of idiots are sitting in these seats that are agreeing with this dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And what are they getting out of it if they agree? You know.
Precisely.
So
Everybody's getting something from it, or they
and what's
wouldn't keep
interesting.
doing it.
See, I don't think. First of all, I don't think that Biden should have been senator for since 1972 or somewhere on there.
Mhm.
He's been in the Senate seat, and then he got to be vice president for 8 years, and now he's president and wanting to run again. And it's like, first of all, you shouldn't have been in the Senate for that long, technically. The actual Senate seat was only supposed to be one term or so, right? Uh, it wasn't meant for a lifetime of work necessarily. Not saying you can't work for the government for life, but I mean, you weren't supposed to have a senator job for 60 years. You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
and
That alone should tell you that he's got some connections up in there to
yeah,
have him staying in that position for that long.
yeah, and then keep getting voted in. Like how is that even possible? You know,
It's not.
uh,
Nobody's gonna vote for him.
and I'm just saying, I'm just saying that it's just really strange for anybody to be in the Senate seat for over than 2 terms, let's say. All right. Uh, I think when you look at the original draft of what the terms should have been, it should have been 2 terms. I think at the most, like the president, only 2 terms, but the senator was like 2 terms. Wrap it up. Oh, is that time to wrap it up?
We're
Uh
been going on about 2 hours and 40 minutes, and you're already talking political spat.
oh. Okay. All right.
Bobby's telling us to use condoms.
Uh You don't want any little kids running around making a lot of racket. All right. Well, who do I have at my house now? I know Anthony saw one. Venus, were you here for that one night?
I don't think so.
When
Anthony Salmonella?
Anthony, yeah, Anthony with Marine. Anthony. Uh,
Yeah.
he was a guest of ours on Friday. And well, a couple weeks ago, maybe not last week, or not this week definitely, but maybe last week or was it the week before? And anyway, they were off because they had an illness or whatever. Their guest had COVID or whatever, and they didn't have anything planned for their show. So Anthony came on and visited with us on Friday. But he does the spirit artwork, right? And he draws what he sees.
Hmm.
And what was interesting was he saw somebody behind me, and he made me look at first. And I said, "Are you really seeing him, or are you gonna make me look?" And there was nobody here, of course. But he said it was a guy with black hair and a mustache, and not a whole head of hair, but like a high forehead, and black hair though, black mustache, and a gray shirt. I don't know if he said he was wearing a vest or not, but he gave some pretty good detail about it. And he said he saw that person behind me. Now, I never saw that person, but I sensed that something or someone was here, but not negative, just sense the energy. And what's interesting is Julie had done readings and said there were different people here. uh, besides the old man and the kid and a couple of women that were here, there are more people that are coming and going. And so we don't know what that is, what that situation is. And as long as they don't bother me when I'm trying to sleep at night, I don't care. Uh,
Okay, Julie's got a question. She's wanting to know if things will improve for her. Hang on, in the next month or so. And this is in regards to finances and support from Pat. Will things improve for Julie?
I hope so.
It's a tattered yes, which means you're still going to feel stuck, but you will get support. She's working all the time. Will she get some rest?
Well, I think, didn't my cards say that last night, Julie? Look at the cards last night.
It's all connected too. Like there's something you're supposed to ask for energetically, and that is the right to the money and support. And a lot of
Uh,
people don't know this about manifestation when, especially us energy workers, light workers, and earth angels, we don't feel so tied to money that we look for it in the same way that normal people do. And so it doesn't come to us as easy. We have no problem getting it for other people or from earning it in mundane ways. But when it comes to our purpose, our life purpose here on the planet, it can be strenuous to make a living from that, which usually leaves us exhausted trying to balance between our spiritual work and our physical job. So let's see if that balance is going to come into fruition for Julie.
I'll keep all our
It's still
thoughts.
a little, it's still coming out a little tattered, which means there is some blockages there. But there's clarity, and I think that's part of what your spirit team needed to clear the passage for, and they're going to come through for you. Let's see about Pat specifically, since you did ask. Pat, will Pat be supportive? I'm getting a solid yes on that. So yeah, this support might be temporary though, which leads again to that infinite answer of needing to clear that blockage so that it can be more abundant in your life regularly without you even having to ask for it. The biggest thing is that I feel like you need to remind yourself that you deserve it because of all of the work that you do spiritually and energetically. You have earned it, and there's nothing wrong with earning it that way. Even if other people don't quite appreciate it or never see your work, you're still doing it, and therefore you've earned it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bill found a video I did the first year I was at his house with the tornado. So it's funny he got the one that he was up on the roof, got cut in a tree. Everybody thought he was gonna die.
Yeah.
But all right, Venus, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, no problem.
Um, always
Did that help, Julie?
Oh, did we just lose Venus?
No, I'm here.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was trying to see if that helped. Okay. Oh, hell yes. I do deserve it big time. There are outside forces working against my efforts and me. Absolutely. And you know what? I've felt that with myself and a lot of other people that I'm connected to over the past year. So it's not just you. You just gotta hang in there and let those messages come through.
Yep. So
You're
remember,
welcome.
homework for everyone. When you dream, write it down, please. Even the smallest detail. Don't put too much stress into it, but just let it flow naturally and write it down. And what we're trying to figure out is if we can recall the memory that the dream comes from. That's what I'm going after.
hmm
All right.
Hmm.
The interesting thing was the other day I tried this dream procedure. And I said, okay, I'm going to just go and check out for about 20 minutes or so. In 30 minutes, I was asleep. I mean, I was asleep for 30 minutes for real. And in the middle of the afternoon, sitting in my chair, asleep, out. And I couldn't find the same dream I had about the watershed scene. but, anyway, um, the interesting thing is I was able to turn myself off and go into that meditative state real easy. So that means that's getting easier to do.
That can be
So,
hard to accomplish too, especially with
yeah.
all the distractions. A lot of people can't get into that meditative state, and that's so
Yeah.
important.
That even if it's a few minutes a day, it helps.
Mhm.
It helps a lot. But the main goal is to try to remember your dream that you have at night. A lot of times I don't remember anything, and this one dream stuck with me. Even now, I can describe some of it, but we're not going to go into that now. But I can see, I see color. I see video. I'm almost like a video when I'm dreaming. I see everything like I'm watching it on a movie, but I'm in it at the same time. All right. So, the people say, "Oh, you don't see color." Yes, I see color. I don't know if you see color, but I see color.
In dreams,
Yeah,
yeah, I've seen color too.
yeah, and I
I
know
don't I
I.
don't recall the colors, like it's not usually emphasized, but I know they're
Yeah,
colorful, like a regular, like
yeah.
like a life, like you're living, like you're
But
walking
see,
through a
like
life.
I can have my phone in my hand, like right now. Got my phone in my hand, and I have it facing the right way. Got my phone in my hand, and in my dream, I can have my phone in my hand, and I know I got my phone. So that means I'm really there. I'm not just dreaming it. I'm there,
Yeah.
wherever that is. I got my phone with me. Okay. Now the other thing, like when you grab a door handle, I know I'm grabbing a door handle. When I'm grabbing a glass, whatever, I know I'm grabbing that material item. I'm not dreaming it. I'm actually feeling it in my hand. The item that I'm grabbing, the doorknob, the glass, the pencil, whatever.
Do you feel
And
like you astral project?
yes, no doubt in that. I don't understand it, but no doubt in that.
What about you, Bobby? You have any kind of dreams reoccurring or anything like that?
that 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 I can remember.
Okay.
A lot of times people block out their dreams, but I'm asking you if you can just relax and focus, and if you can remember even one thing, just one,
hmm
write it down. And then that will prove to me that that's memory
Yeah.
because you remembered to write it down and you remembered it long enough to write it down. You know, I would recommend if you can write it down and with a pen and a paper, not notepad on a computer, because the pen and the paper connects you directly to that incident, whatever that dream is from. Okay, and if that makes any sense.
It
So,
does.
um, but yeah, just test that for the next week and see what we can come up with. If you find anything relevant or interesting that you can share, and share it with in the chat group or whatever, and we can discuss it on Friday.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
I'm in the same boat as Julie when it comes to dreams. Most of mine I don't think I'm supposed to remember them because I'm
right.
doing work that's not tied to this realm, so it's irrelevant for me to remember it. But when I do dream, they're usually so realistic and profound that I have to write them down just
Yeah.
because they won't leave my head unless I do.
Well, I did that with this one here, and it's still in my head. So with the watershed one, I wrote down detail, and I still have it in my memory, like I remembered it yesterday. Normally I don't have
Mhm.
such a good memory on that, especially with dreams. So
I think
most of
when we do remember them, they're trying to help us relay messages or help us through psychological things that are happening or to prepare us for things that will happen.
oh, like the ham radio idea, we got to be ready for that.
Hmm. And all my apocalyptic dreams are preparing me for the end of the world,
Yeah. All right. Well,
or
speaking
at
of the
least
end,
situations that are similar.
yeah. Speaking of the end, we better get on out of here, or they're gonna
All
kick
right,
us
guys.
off.
Thanks for having me on. I love
Yeah.
you. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you for being here. Always a good
Yeah.
supporter. All right.
Bye.
Thank you for your readings.
Yes. Good night.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Uh,
All right, Bobby, go ahead and roll the one for Anthony, for Marine and Anthony, and then roll the UFO one again. I like those two together.
all right. Here we go.
Hey, how you doing?
All right. Well, thank you, Bobby, for that. Thank you for hanging out with me all night for 3 hours again tonight. We're putting in some time, aren't we?
Yeah.
Man, imagine if we got paid $1 a minute, Bobby. We'd be rich, wouldn't we? Uh, uh,
Yeah, Venus, we did have one, but we always getting sued.
yeah, 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 maybe next time. But with the UFO one, that was from Craig Ansel and Three Beards, and they used Fiverr services for that.
Yeah.
And then the outro was one that Anthony made with Marine, and the
Yeah.
whole thing at Gettysburg. So I was there at Gettysburg, but I didn't get in the promo. Because it dealt with all of their mostly dealt with all of their guests anyway. But most of the people that were in that video I have met at Gettysburg, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're out of here then, and I hope everyone has a great rest of your weekend.
Hmm.
And hopefully you get some time off and you got to spend some fun times with family, and it's a little bit easier maybe now this year. Hopefully Christmas will be a good one for all of us, and we'll get together. I'm not taking any time off, guys. I work every holiday, so if you're done with your family stuff and I'm doing a show, get on over here and jump on. Unless you got a house full of people and you can't do it. But if you can do it, then always welcome. You're always welcome. But
Yep.
all
See
right,
you next
yeah,
time.
yeah. There you go. Have a great night, and we'll see you on the next one.
And remember, we are on Dixwer, Mixcloud, Podbean, Facebook, YouTube, Trouble, Odyssey, and Rumble.
All right, so check all those out. And did you say Podbean? Yeah.
That is, yeah.
Okay. Yep. All right. So we'll see everybody next time. Bye for now.
Thank you for watching.